Morning everybody. It's 9 o'clock on Sunday morning. Welcome to my vlog. My name's Amanda and I am Little Likac, and this is the November daily vlogs. It is Sunday the 5th of November 2023, which means it is Guy Fawkes Day or Bonfire Night. Now I know most of my viewers are in the UK, but I do have a very small percentage from the US. So I might talk a little bit about what Bonfire Night is. And where the tradition comes from. It's all a little bit weird really. But anyway, so yes, that is today, 5th of November. Remember the 5th of November, gunpowder, treason and plot. If I'm really honest, fireworks isn't something that, or fireworks night, bonfire night wasn't something I was really into as a kid. I actually didn't really like the fireworks, found them too loud, a bit scary, and didn't really enjoy bonfire night. However, I'm just going to move that. However, we are going to go to a bonfire night tonight. It should be quite a small one. It is an organised one, but it's a small one at a hotel slash pub. And hopefully it'll just be relatively short fireworks and just a nice evening. So I shall take you along with me to that this evening. Last night, the surprise couple adventure meal thing went really well, actually. I think I said what I bought yesterday. Did I say what I bought? I bought like some cream cheese. I bought some crisps, some cheese flavoured ones, some pizza flavoured ones. I bought some like cream cheese and crackers. Cream cheese with spring onion it was, with crackers. I thought I bought two different beers. What I bought a grapefruit beer, which actually didn't have alcohol in it. It was quite nice. And I also bought a cherry beer, which did have alcohol in it, which was very nice. My husband bought some pierogi, which are like potato dumplings filled with like cottage cheese. Well, they say cottage cheese is kind of like the English translation, but it's not like cottage cheese as we would know it in England particularly. So he bought pierogi and he bought some sausages, kind of like cabanos sausages, and some sauerkraut and some pickled herring, and the pickled herring was in yogurt. So we did kind of a smorgasbord. So yeah, we did. We had some crisps to begin with. Then we chopped up the cabanos, fried the pierogi, then added some sauerkraut and heated that up in it. So we had like a mixture of sauerkraut, pierogi and cabanos sausages. We had pickled herring on the side. We had the cream cheese and crackers on the side. And then the pudding I'd bought were these little ice cream things. And again, they were kind of like a curd cheese, a cheesecake. So they were almost like little frozen cheesecakes with coatings. So I'd got a lemon flavoured one, chocolate flavoured one, which we ate last night. And then we've still got in the freezer a kiwi flavoured one and a just sweets flavoured one. They were really nice. So anyway, yes, well, it was really good fun and we did enjoy it. We didn't really take photos of ourselves, actually. We just took some photos of the food to print out to go in the scrapbook thing. And yeah, we would do it again. We both said we would do that again. It was funny. So that was last night. Right, plans for today. A lot of chores today. It's Sunday and I go back to work tomorrow. I've had 2 weeks off. So today is one of those days of trying to make sure that everything is organised. Apologies for me being a bit croaky. I keep coughing as well, which hopefully I will edit out all the coughing. I always try to edit out any coughs. So I've just done a big to-do list because the sun is shining. It's a much nicer day. So the first job is to clean out the chickens. I have still got some essays to mark as well. Didn't get all the marking done during the week. So I've broken that up as well. So I'll do like half an hour, 40 minutes of marking, then have a break, then 40 minutes of marking, have a break. Don't think much knitting is going to get done today, or as much knitting. So the plan is clean out the chickens, do some marking. I need to edit the podcast from yesterday. I recorded the podcast yesterday, but didn't edit it and get it up. So that's on the to-do list. Do some more marking. I'm hoping I'll have time to do my roots. That's on the list for today. I think I've worked out I've got like 3 40-minute sessions of marking to do. I would also like to go up to a village nearby to film something very special that is knit and crochet related. Not necessarily to show it today, but perhaps show next weekend, but I need to get up there while it's daylight. So if I don't go up there today, it'll have to be Saturday next week when I go. That's all very cryptic, but so yeah, if I get a chance to, because that's going to take at least an hour to drive up there, do the filming, whatever, drive back. So that's on the list, to-do list in brackets as a possibility. Something else I'd also like to do in daylight today is go through and find all my self-striping yarn, all my sock yarn, to start looking at the make-along. I've talked about the new sock make-along quite a lot on the podcast, so when that goes up, I'm going to say check out the podcast for all the details for the sock make-along next week. So on my to-do list, there's not a lot of knitting involved today, I'm going to be honest. I started a little baby cardigan last night, which was one of the chunky patterns that I got from my mum's the other day. So I started that last night, so I might show you that later. I'm up in the bedroom at the moment, so my knitting's all downstairs. So I'm not convinced an awful amount of knitting is going to get done today, but we'll see. We'll try. Always try to get some knitting, always get knitting in somehow, but I'm not sure how much is going to get done. Once again, thank you so much for all the comments on the vlogs. It's been so lovely having people comment on those each day. And I'm now getting some entries coming in, photos and pictures coming in for ideas for inspiration for dyeing yarn next weekend. Because yes, that's on the to-do list for next weekend. So please continue to send those in. You can either send them to me on Instagram or you can email me at littlelikac@gmail.com. So we're looking for inspiration pictures for winter theme, festive theme, and I'm going to use that to dye some skeins of yarn next week. Have to say I have had some lovely ones sent. I've already got some favourites, but what I think I might do as well then is maybe I'll shortlist it down to 3 and then put it on for a vote. Okay, right, thanks everybody for joining me, and I will see you later. Good afternoon, everybody. Well, I have had a very productive day so far today, actually. It is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I have done my roots, if you can tell. I've done my roots. I've done all the marking. I have grafted the toe of the I'm Too Socksy Socks. So that's the first sock complete. I've edited the podcast. I've uploaded the podcast. I haven't double checked actually. I was just looking down at my iPad. I haven't double checked. I left it uploading, then went and did finish off the marking, so I haven't checked whether it's actually finished uploading yet. But yes, I've edited the podcast. I have put it on to upload. Hopefully it has uploaded. What else have I done? I haven't gone and visited the place that I was going to visit, and now I think the daylight, it's gone 3. and it's beginning to rain, so that'll have to wait till next Saturday. I need to write that in my diary to make sure I do that on Saturday next week. Now, the other thing I was considering doing this afternoon was filming some other things while the daylight was here. Filming some other things that I would possibly put into the vlog during the week. However, I'd also like to get some knitting done. I have worked a little bit on the Hexy crochet cardigan as well. But what I think I want to do is organise. I said in the podcast that I wanted to get through a stripe of each of the minis that I've got on my granny stripe blanket before I start opening more minis at the beginning of December. So I'm going to count how many minis I've got and try and see if I can organise that to get those and to get through a rotation of all those minis before the beginning of December. So I'm going to look at that now, because we are going to be going out in a few hours. We're going to be going out for Bonfire Night. So we're going to go out for Bonfire Night. I do have some sad news though. And there's part of me that's saying to myself, it's not really that big a deal. There are far worse things happening in the universe or in this world than what's happened to 2 of my jumpers this week. But the second one has really upset me. So what's happened? My husband does the washing. I have said many times before on this podcast, I don't do a lot of housework. I always used to do all the washing. But over the last few years, my husband's hours have got shorter and shorter. He basically works part-time these days. So he does all the washing as well. And this week he has felted two of my hand knit jumpers. Now the first one is a colour block jumper, an autumnal one that I did a couple of years ago. And it was oversized anyway. So although I haven't tried it on, I think it's still wearable. The other jumper, however, is my Here Comes the Sun one that I was wearing on the first day of the vlogs. It's ruined. It's absolutely ruined. And what's really upset me about that one is the emotional attachment. So the colour block jumper hadn't really got any emotional attachment to it. I purchased the yarn online. I knitted it just over the winter months. There's nothing really emotionally attached to that jumper. The Here Comes the Sun one, I bought the yarn on holiday in Italy last year, 2022. And then I knitted that colourwork jumper to wear to Yarndale. So I was on a deadline. And then I wore it to Yarndale that year and got lots of comments on it. So it has the memories of Italy and the memories of Yarndale attached to it. And it's ruined. And I was nearly in tears when I realised. My husband feels really, really guilty because I spoke to him about the first one. And he was kind of apologetic, but he also said, well, don't put it in the wash basket, because I don't usually, generally speaking, my hand knit stuff, I try not to put in the main wash basket. But I'd been putting knitted stuff on the floor next to the wash basket. And I'd had a few items get holes in. I mentioned the other week a shawl that I'd noticed got holes in, and I didn't know if that was coming from the fact I was leaving things on the floor down there, because sometimes they're left on the floor for a week or two before I wash them, or I decide not to wash them and pick them back up. So we're going to get a new laundry basket anyway, but we're going to get one of those ones with 2 dividers. So sometimes you get them where they're divided between light and dark. So we're going to get one which is going to have hand knits in and non-hand knits, so that can't happen again. Husband does feel bad about it. He did say that, because I'd mentioned to him about the other one. But I had also said that I would try to... wobbly. I had also said that I was going to try not to put hand knitted stuff in the main wash basket. But I did, and he washed it, and it's ruined. I could cry. I keep looking over at it. Can't show it to you right now because I haven't got 2 hands free. I might show it to you, or I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm so upset about it. Anyway, these things happen, and as I say, there are far worse things happening around the world. I am aware of that, and I'm trying to keep it in perspective, but I am also really sad about it. One thing my husband said though, when I said to him about the emotional attachment to that one, and I said I bought that yarn in Italy. Do you remember last year, that little yarn shop near the hotel? And he said, well, you know what that means? We'll have to go back to Italy. Bless him. I mean, it looks beautiful, but it's felted. Right, okay everybody, see you later, bye.
Have some more in a bit.
I think that's why I'm wearing that leopard shirt. We did go through these in order to get us things because I had my black colourful winter coat and you can imagine. Well, I'm thinking as well, and also if people don't want to do New Year's Christmas Eve, which I get, people don't want to do